General Hospital spoilers for the next 2 weeks, January 26th to February 6th, reveal that there'll be some snowy disasters, kissing partners, scary missions, and tough rejections. During the week of January 26th to 30th, Jason Morgan will refuse to let Britt Westbourne shut him out. Britt just wants to spare Jason from director Ross Cullum's wrath, but he can tell her story is bogus. Since a blizzard is on the way, Britt's walls will start to crumble after Jason serves as her hero. Jason and Britt will get closer while they're stuck indoors during the snow, so fans should see things heat up between them. Meanwhile, Tracy will encounter someone shocking when she sneaks in Drew Kane's place to retrieve the Quartermaine family heirlooms. It's possible it'll be Charlotte taking cover since it looks like Valentine Cassadine will end up fretting over his daughter soon enough. Carly Spencer will get some positive updates eventually, so she may learn Charlotte's been found. In the meantime, Lulu Spencer will have some Charlotte-related worries of her own. Nathan West will help Lulu search for Charlotte, but they may eventually receive word that she's fine. Regardless, Lulu and Nathan will strengthen their connection during the blizzard drama ahead. Since one GH pairing is about to share a first kiss, Nathan and Lulu might be the ones smooching. Over with Giovanni Gio Palmieri and Emma Scorpio Drake, they'll have a run-in that could hinder their attempt to score Anna Devane answers. Molly Lansing Davis also seems poised to cozy up to Cody Bell during the snowstorm since she'll pass along some info, perhaps regarding her romance novel. There may be good news if it's getting published, but that book will also lead to some issues for Cody and Molly in the coming weeks. Over with Portia Robinson, she'll face some rejection. Since Trina Robinson will still be dealing with a lot of pain, she may refuse to patch things up with Portia, at least right now. As for Rocco Falconeri, he'll end up with some hurt feelings. Will that involve Britt pushing Rocco away now that Cullum has threatened to send him to Steinmauer? During the week of February 2nd to 6th, Jason may help Britt strategize when it comes to digging herself out of the hole she's stuck in. Meanwhile, Emma will be part of an Anna rescue plot with Max Scorpio and Felicia Scorpio, but will Cullum manipulate the situation to throw them off the trail? Whatever the case, Emma will need to lean on Gio when it all goes wrong. Curtis may throw more paternity test pressure at Portia as well, so will she finally cave in and move forward with finding out who the father is? Could some DNA test tampering be in the works? Finally, Willow Kane will remain determined to score Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos' visitation. Since Willow is in charge of whether Scout Quartermaine can see Danny Morgan, she might use that as a bargaining chip. General Hospital spoilers say the next 2 weeks will be packed with action and adventure, so stay tuned. The General Hospital spoilers for Monday, January 26th, 2026, focus on Jason voicing his concern for Britt. Meanwhile, Curtis is relieved while Jordan brokers an introduction. After Friday's episode, it's clear that Jason knows that Britt is in trouble. She manufactured a very public fight with Carly, and he feels there had to be a reason for it. According to the weekly spoilers, Jason voices his concern for Britt, and he should. WSB director Cullum has Britt backed into a corner. He's now attempting to use Rocco's safety as leverage to get Britt to do what he wants, or as he put it, to get her to comply. In Friday's sneak peek at the end of the episode, Britt continues to try to freeze Jason out. "If you've ever cared about me at all, leave me alone," she yelled. She has to know that's not going to happen. Jason will do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of what's going on with her. And he'll charge headfirst into danger to do it. Will all roads lead to Windermere? Look for Sunny to manipulate Ava. There's no love lost between these two, and they do share a kid. But Sunny is currently under Sidwell's thumb, and Ava is suddenly one of Sidwell's favorite people to hang out with. So leave it to Sunny to attempt to potentially take advantage of Ava's access or proximity to the newest crime lord on the Port Charles block. Going this route may backfire on Sunny, however. Ava seems to be Team Sidwell these days. She even enlightened him on the fact that Valentine was slinking around Windermere. Will Ava be susceptible to Sunny's manipulative tactics? Or will she stay strong and shut him down? Teasers hint that Curtis is relieved. Maybe he's happy that he doesn't have to worry about Drew for the foreseeable future. Or he could get news on a particular paternity test. Additionally, Jordan brokers an introduction during Monday's episode. In the sneak peek, it looks like Carly and Sidwell have a one-on-one conversation. Jordan may connect the two. If this is the case, what does Sidwell want from Carly? Should she be worried? Finally, Joss is a crafty, deactivated WSB agent, isn't she? Brennan told her she needs to lay low because Cullum is in town and he's dangerous. What does she do? She goes straight to Windermere, Sidwell's lair and the center of the lab experiments, as well as the location of Anna's prison apartment. It's also where Lucas and Marco live. However, Joss turns to an unlikely source for help. It could be Ava, whom she hates. Ava is in the perfect position to be of use to Joss. She is making herself more and more comfortable at Windermere. It used to be her home, after all. Is Joss forced to rely on Ava for help, or is it someone else, like the boss that deactivated her, Jack Brennan? General Hospital spoilers spill Jen Sidwell has left some fans confused about his purpose on the hit Sudzer over the last year. When he arrived on the scene, he seemed like another one of those characters that would float into the picture long enough to make waves, and then see his way out. But setting up camp in a place like Windermere makes his intentions seem a little more permanent, as does being so intentional about decorating his home and entrenching himself in local business and politics. At this point, we have to question if the goal is for Sidwell to stick around, and if he might be there long after Sonny Corinthos makes an exit. Recall that it looked very much like it was Sidwell behind the firebombing of Sonny's penthouse apartment, but the mob boss has never been able to prove it. That move nearly cost Sonny his golden boy, Michael Corinthos. Sidwell has schemed his way into deception, merging an honest business with unethical practices that will forever compromise those women. Now Sidwell has Sonny right where he wants him, and with Mayor Laura Collins under his thumb to boot. It's been a long time since we've seen someone wield considerable control over Sonny, and it seems like the dude is just laying down and taking it. Recent interviews have shed light on Maurice Benard's plans for retirement. That is to say, he has some. Yes, at some point, he's going to do more with his life than work. As much as he has been blessed by this career and the loyalty of the soap and fans, both Maurice and Sonny are going to hang their hat up eventually. Late last year, Maurice speculated that retirement could come for him in just 3 years, a common choice for those turning 65. If that's the case, we will probably see some of the foundation being laid for this and might be already in his current storylines. He's making amends, softening, demonstrating loyalty in his relationships, staying single for once, and making far fewer illegal and dangerous moves. Of course, he can't cut all of that out entirely, and that's how Sidwell got his hooks into him. Not all of us will be pleased with an ending for Sonny that leaves him looking weaker than ever before. It's already difficult to wrap our minds around the idea that the old Sonny, the sharper, more ruthless and reckless guy we fell in love with 30-some years ago, isn't coming back. It appears he is lost somewhere in Nixon Falls. But we want to see Sonny go out with a bang, still somehow seeing his empire go on, not seeing it overtaken by a more clever monopoly man who moved into town. Sidwell just doesn't excite us the same way Casanova Corinthos did in the 90s, and I don't see him being able to replace that fire. How about you? Sound off in the comments and check back with us every day for more GH news and spoilers. General Hospital spoilers for the week of January 26th to 30th, 2026 tease heroes and victims among the Quartermains. Poor Jason is on the receiving end of Britt's push and pull, but he's not clueless. He knows there's more going on with her than she's admitting, that she's admitted since he found her alive at the Five Poppies. Now Britt's pushed him away once again, but Jason has never been one to back down. On Monday, he'll voice his concern for Britt, which leads him on a mission come Tuesday. By Thursday, he'll be playing hero yet again, presumably for Britt, who's in farther over her head with Cullum and Sidwell than ever before. Is it finally time Jason learns the full truth about Britt's part in their scheme? Considering he's teased to connect the dots on Friday, it looks like the answer may be yes. Meanwhile, Tracy has had her hands full, first with covering for Michael and Drew's shooting, then offering to be Jason's alibi when she believed he took out his brother. Now she'll find herself suffering a setback. This setback leads to a surprising discovery on Wednesday. But what? Maybe her family heirlooms are returned in the midst of Drew's health battle. Or maybe another Q or non-Q living in her house are up to something. After all, you never know what you might find in Tracy's house. Monica gave it to her. On Tuesday, when Carly catches up with Lulu and Charlotte, only one of them know the truth about what happened on Christmas. And when Valentine is left alarmed on Wednesday, could it affect Carly? Meanwhile, Thursday teases that a duo will share their first kiss. There aren't many impending couples who have been yet to kiss, so only time will tell who's sharing a little pre-Valentine's Day romance. General Hospital spoilers hint that Willow Kane may only allow Danny Morgan to see Scout Quartermain if she gets a Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos reunion. Now that Willow is in the driver's seat when it comes to Scout's care, she has a golden opportunity. This could turn into another chance for Willow to show off her manipulative side. Willow isn't intentionally trying to hurt Scout with all this Drew Kane drama, but she knows Scout's going to have a rough time anyway. That's why Willow agreed Alexis Davis should break the news to Scout about Drew's stroke and then move in with her grandmother. However, Willow stopped short of giving Alexis everything she asked for. Although Willow claimed she wanted to wait until they knew more about Drew's condition, is that the only reason she pumped the brakes on Danny seeing Scout? Part of Willow may already be thinking about another strategy she can use to get her own kids back. GH fans know Willow will do just about anything if he means she can have Amelia and Wiley in her life again. With that in mind, Willow may at least try to use this Danny and Scout separation to her advantage. Maybe Willow will insist the only way a Scout and Danny reunion is happening is if she gets what she wants too. It's been months since Willow has enjoyed quality time with Wiley and Amelia, so she's no doubt getting desperate. Shoving Drew out of the picture through that stroke was only step one of Willow's grand plan. Since Willow's ultimate goal is being a mom to her children, she has to work every possible angle. Willow may determine that she can't pass up this tactic and contend that if Danny's going to see Scout, she'll need her own Wiley and Amelia reunion in return. Of course, Willow has a couple of options when it comes to pitching this potential agreement. We might see Willow appeal to Jason, whose heart is breaking over how much Danny wants to see his little sister. Willow also knows Jason has some sway when it comes to Michael, so she may count on him to make this deal a reality. On the other hand, Willow might suspect Michael will surrender if she takes the offer straight to him. If Michael is the only thing standing between Scout and Danny seeing each other, he may feel obligated to relent on letting Willow see her own kids. General Hospital spoilers suggest Willow may try to back Michael into a corner with another manipulative move, so stay tuned for updates on her next shocker. Be sure to make us your favorite GH hotspot for all the exciting General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates you're looking for. General Hospital spoilers say Emma Scorpio Drake is worried sick about her grandmother, Anna Devane, and for good reason. Anna left town without a word over 2 months ago. Don't ask me why her loved ones are only now starting to question whether she's safe since she didn't even check in over the holidays. Emma is certain to drag Mac and Felicia Scorpio into this too, but her first stop was Detective Nathan West. While Nathan's face looked concerned by Emma's plea that she needed someone to figure out how to contact her grandmother and confirm she's okay, we all know we can't be certain that we can trust him. He's only been back a minute. We don't know where he was for the 7 years he was dead, and we don't know that he is actually Nathan. So did Emma's outreach just tip off the enemy that someone is about to go sniffing around? So why is Emma the only person standing up and questioning what is going on with Anna? Mac and Felicia should be questioning her sudden departure. No one trusts Jack Brennan any other time, so there is no reason for anyone to now. Sure, someone could be manipulating Jack too. Let's leave room for that. But Dante Falconeri has taken over her role as acting police commissioner and hasn't thought twice about when Anna might be coming back or why she hasn't checked in at all. What gives, GH? Anna has been going a bit stir-crazy, trapped in a cell and trying to figure out who might be keeping her there and what they want. They didn't exactly make that known up front. They still haven't really made it clear. So it must be someone who knows Anna very well and expects that she'll go into spy/detective mode immediately as a means of coping and trying to map out an escape. The idea that Cesar is alive and well has only been presented to Anna this past week. So we can expect that she's going to endure this pain for some time to come, possibly even drugging her into delusion to believe he's alive and with her in the flesh. That means Emma's search is just beginning too. Is it me, or was it all too convenient that Nathan offered to step it up a notch at work and help Dante in any capacity necessary as Harrison Chase is demoted to being a beat cop and possibly leaving the PCPD altogether? Will it be advantageous to Nathan to have an inside track on anyone getting suspicious about Anna's lack of outreach, as well as anyone else's search for her, if he is on the other side and actually working against all of them? Worse yet, he might be working with the likes of Jen Sidwell and whoever is behind the machinations painting themselves as Cesar Faison. Stay tuned for more GH news and spoilers to see how this shakes out. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Britt Westbourne's vanishing act will alarm Jason Morgan, so WSB director Ross Cullum's threat will lead to bigger problems. There's a lot at stake for Britt since she'll only get her medication doses if she keeps playing by Cullum's rules. Furthermore, Britt knows Cullum is a dangerous man who could wipe Jason off the map if need be. Since Cullum will get rid of Jason if Britt doesn't push him out of her life, Britt's got some work to do. Despite wanting to move full speed ahead with Jason romantically, Britt's about to pull back in a big way. Jason will be stunned when Britt suddenly bails on their second date and makes it clear that they shouldn't be together. Britt may seem rattled as she tries to break things off and leave Jason feeling like something deeper must be going on here. Of course, it's also possible Britt could simply disappear and leave only a note behind. Britt may offer up a fake excuse since Cullum expects her to relocate to Windermere ASAP and disappear while she focuses on getting the project online in 3 months. Naturally, Jason won't just stand by while Britt goes MIA again. fans will recall how Jason found Britt at the Five Poppies Resort and rescued her, so he won't ignore it when she vanishes under suspicious circumstances. By forcing Britt into this tight spot and cutting off her connection to Jason, Cullum may be creating more trouble than he bargained for. Jason won't rest until Britt is free from this project and the pressure she's been under. At some point, Jason is bound to find out about Cullum threatening Britt. Once Cullum is on Jason's radar as an enemy, you can bet Stone Cold will be coming for him. Jason may launch an investigation that'll end in disaster for Cullum and Jen Sidwell at some point. Sidwell and Cullum could face even more complications thanks to Jason's fierce determination. We also know that a snowstorm will strand Jason and Britt in the not-too-distant future, so they'll still have plenty of scenes together in the end. The blizzard that's looming will bring the prime opportunity for Britt and Jason to reconnect in close quarters somewhere. General Hospital spoilers say Jason will get updates on some confusing Britt news in the meantime, so stay tuned. General Hospital spoilers hint that Rocco Falconeri may eavesdrop on Willow Kane taunting Drew Kane at GH. Will Rocco discover the truth behind Drew's stroke and shooting? The January 22nd episode brought Rocco's first day of community service at the hospital. It feels like the writers may be going somewhere with this since we're actually seeing Rocco serve out his punishment on screen. It's doubtful the show would focus on Rocco's community service if it was just going to be filler. There are huge storylines going on, so nobody cares about Rocco changing bedpans or whatever else he's going to be doing. In other words, it feels like there's a point to Rocco's community service scenes. The show may be putting Rocco in place at GH for a very specific reason that'll come into play soon. With that in mind, perhaps we should consider how Rocco might fit into Willow's story. Willow has been pulling off the ultimate weeping wife charade, at least when other people are around to see and hear her sob. However, the truth is that Willow wants Drew to suffer. That's why Willow made that comment to Nina about Drew getting the treatment he deserves. Willow might make a similar comment to Drew once he regains consciousness. It's easy to imagine Willow taunting Drew at his bedside now that he's trapped in his own body. Willow might go into full-blown gloating mode as she reflects on pumping 2 bullets in Drew and then using that syringe to cause his stroke after the trial. Since Willow keeps avoiding justice, she may rub that in Drew's face and point out that he'll be the one paying the price for his actions. Willow might drop her guard if she believes no one's around to hear her, but what if Rocco is secretly lurking nearby? A wide-eyed Rocco may end up struggling over what to do next if he overhears Willow's guilt. It certainly wouldn't be the first time a soap character overheard something that wasn't meant for their ears. Regardless, Rocco will be spending plenty of time at the hospital now, so that'll give him a chance to get tangled up in some drama there. Could Rocco become part of Willow's storyline after listening in on some jaw-dropping news? General Hospital spoilers say Rocco will set off a wild chain reaction in 2026, so stay tuned for updates on any chaos ahead. Be sure to make us your go-to source for all the exciting General Hospital spoilers, updates, and news you're looking for.